its staff, management, or sponsors. Welcome to the wonderful world of wellness with the famous Dr. Andy Mencia. Dr. Mencia brings you his own show, which brings you medicine and other wonderful products in the field of health every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. here on WNN AM 1470 radio and live streamed on www.wonderfulworldofwellness.net. Brought to you by the Adult and Geriatric Center of Florida under the medical direction of the geriatrical doctor Andy Mencia. Call and be part of the show at 888-565-1470 and let Dr. Mencia help you find a future with wellness.
Well, welcome. What a wonderful day we are having here in Florida. So I'm so happy to be with you. We're going to have a little bit of a, what are we having, Courtney? We're having the
latte
from Ganoderma. Salute. I just got a tweet from one of my distributors in Germany. She says it's almost 12 o'clock. So she was pushing for us to do the show. She said, before I go to sleep, get the show on the road. That's okay. And we have a friend from Italy that is also watching, people from Malaysia. Mm-hmm. So we are reaching out thanks to Freddie and his wonderful abilities here in the on the air. Mm-hmm. And Courtney, what a great pleasure to have you back here.
Oh, thank you for having me again.
So, well, you know, as you recall, Courtney Minors is has a master in science. She's a registered dietitian and a licensed dietitian and nutritionist. So it's an excellent asset to the practice in the way we want to practice medicine. And we got a lot of positive feedback from your last appearance on the show. Really?
That's great.
So, you know, and patients are just bragging about you.
Oh.
You know, and you know, I think just like medicine, in medicine you have doctors that believe only in prescribing medication.
Right.
They have no faith in holistic approach. And you have doctors that will do only holistic, and you have people like me that combine. Both of them. And I'm sure in your field you probably have the same thing. You have people that believe in a lot of supplements.
Right.
And you have people like what I'm getting from you the time that we've been together is that you are more of a naturalist in your approach.
I am. I prefer to go for a more whole foods approach. As opposed to pushing supplements and pills. I mean, if we do have patients who have a known deficiency in, let's say, a nutrient like vitamin D, then obviously I would recommend a vitamin D supplementation to
Let me tell the control so that they know we are having an echo. I don't know if you hear the little echo. I hope it's not disturbing the audience.
Yes.
But it's a little echo there when we are talking. So maybe this is lovely. This is live TV, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, all kind of stuff happen here. Sign fall off, you know, the light bulb blow out sometime. But it's all fun. It's all fun and good. Nobody gonna get hurt as long as I have my coffee that is gonna guard me from any bad thing from happening. Right.
Right.
So enjoy your coffee. Salute.
Yeah. Cheers.
Salute. Cheers. So, in your approach, because I really like your approach, and you know we have supplements at the office.
Of course.
You know, we are more than happy to provide supplements at the office. But the way I see having supplements for the patients or customers,
right,
more like a convenience. So if, let's say, we find that the good cholesterol, known as the HDL, is low,
right.
Well, we know that in the diet there are many things the patient can do to improve their
good cholesterol.
But those people that are refusing to change and they prefer to have a pill,
of course,
say, well, you can take the fish oil.
Definitely.
And we try to educate them on the different type of fish oil, what is omega-3, omega-6, omega-9, and supplement them that way. Let me ask you something, Courtney.
Okay.
I saw a patient today. She's from Poland.
Okay.
And She believes in all natural. She doesn't take any supplement, no vitamins. Absolutely.
okay.
She reminded me so much of you when I was talking to her. She's in great shape.
Right.
And so we did her blood test. Her good cholesterol is 89. I say, oh my God.
Wow.
Are you taking fish oil or anything?
Yeah, what do
She
you
said,
do?
No, I don't take any supplement.
Mhm.
I said, oh, you must be eating a lot of fish. She said, no, I don't eat meat. I said, wow. So, what are other ways we can improve the good cholesterol?
Through our parents, right? Genetics.
Genetic,
Right?
okay.
That can
Okay.
always have an effect
Okay.
on that too.
So genetic must have a strong effect then.
It can do.
Yeah, now having said that, just like the bad cholesterol, you know, when we are younger like me and you,
Yes.
we can go and eat fatty food and the liver is able to process everything
Right.
without having an impact
On the cholesterol.
on the cholesterol. But as we age, and one day you and I are going to get there,
One day.
but as we age, the liver is unable to process the bad cholesterol the way it was doing. Is that because the genes are shutting down on us, or is it that we are overwhelming the genes production or mechanism so that it can no longer handle the cholesterol that it used to handle when we were younger?
Right.
What's the mechanism?
The mechanism specifically, well, as we age, I mean, that's just a normal progression. And that's with anything. As you age, you know, a lot of cells tend to change and degrade. Exactly. And that not only happens, you know, in places that you can see, like your skin, where we see like visible wrinkles happening, but that happens on the inside as well on different organ levels. So that's probably what's happening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, excellent. And the same thing happened with the pancreas, I guess, because, you know, some people will develop diabetes at a very young age.
Right.
They will develop diabetes, you know, it's called juvenile diabetes.
Exactly.
But then you have some people that until they get into their 40, 50, or 60, they will have, they didn't know they had the gene for diabetes.
Right.
And it didn't wake up, it didn't express itself
Exactly.
until that age. So I guess genetic, the clock
Right.
of genetic and how we treat the body, and that's so important, Courtney, because I tell my patients that you can have the gene for diabetes, but if you never become obese, if you do not push the pancreas with a lot of sweets and carbohydrates and fruits and all the stuff that can increase the sugar, that gene will never wake up.
Right. Or you just delay it, delay.
Or you delay it exactly until you are on your 70, your 80s,
Right,
and stuff
exactly.
like that. Excellent, excellent, very good. Well, to our faithful followers, we've been tweeting and communicating with you to let you know about the change of time as of April. The show will now air on prime time. So we are so grateful first to God, to Freddie and all the support staff that we have here at the station, WWNN, for pushing for us to be able to move now to prime time. So for those of you at home that can watch us on via the internet, there are other friends and people that we are going to be airing around this time, 5 to 6, starting now during the month of April. Before we were going at 6:30 to 7:30.
Right.
So the show have moved to prime time. So soon we're going to be on the big screen, Courtney.
Of course.
It's going to be huge.
I wouldn't expect anything else.
That's right, exactly. I agree with you. This is going to be fabulous. And we're going to have a segment to talk about organo gold.
Yes.
So the second segment will be so we can talk about the organo gold product, and we can talk about the health benefit of organo gold. I know you've been educating yourself since I introduced you to the product.
Yes, you
I
did.
see you drink your
My latte.
your latte and your tea. And
My
all
green
of that.
tea, yes.
So, you know, so talking about you have a program. It's a 6-week program. Am I correct?
6 week, yes.
Okay. Talk to me about the program. What are your objectives? Who's your target? Who you want to come to that program?
Okay. It is actually a 6-week weight loss program. It is focused on group education, and it's a program that's focused on nutrition education as well. So each week it's a 1-hour session, so in total it's 6 hours of education. During each session, it'll be focusing on different nutrition topics, for example, meal planning, grocery shopping, eating out, label reading, and also physical activity and stress management, which have an effect on obesity and weight management. And then during each session, we'll be offering healthy snacks and recipes for the participants to try and taste, and also there'll be a 10-minute session that'll be an activity piece, just a 10-minute of a little walk that'll be inside the building to get people moving, right?
Excellent.
So it's a very comprehensive program.
And it's under the supervision of the physician, so we are
that's
there.
correct, yes.
So that the patient can feel comfortable to do whatever 10-minute activity they're going to be doing.
That's right.
Even if it's jumping from a rope from the second floor all the way down, anything, parachuting
Right.
down from the roof, anything
Right.
like that. Whatever we're
Exactly.
going to be doing,
The doctor will be there.
Yeah, the medical staff will be there to hold you by the hand, to support you, to give you reassurance that whatever you are doing with the weight loss program, and it's a 6-week window, but it can be extended if the group and you so desire. Am I correct?
Of course, of course. And each program will be tailored to that group. So for example, someone wants to talk about, supplements and details, and I find I'm getting a lot of questions, then we'll focus on that.
Right.
But like I said, the topics that I discussed earlier, those are just the bare bones of the program, and it'll be tailored to that specific group.
Well, I know a lot of people watch from other states and out of the, outside the country. People that want to lose weight, when is the worst time to eat? When is the best time to eat?
Okay. And any meal?
Any meal. Let's talk about timing first.
Meal timing, very, very important. There are actually studies that show that if you kind of delay your meals over 8 hours, that will actually increase weight. The reason it does that is because when you go long hours without eating, basically the next meal you come across, you're going to be extremely hungry and may not have control over what you eat. And we also tend to go for more refined carbohydrates when we're in that hunger state.
Because now we are trying to
rebuild those, replete those stores.
Is that what they call the starvation mode? The body starts going into the starvation mode.
Exactly.
So it's like the camel, right? That they go into.
Yep.
So to delay too many hours without eating is worse than to eat more frequently meals.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
So ideally what we're trying to do is aim for about every 4, at most 6 hours is when you want to have your meal times. The second thing is with breakfast, it's important that you have that breakfast within the first hour of waking up. Okay, and that kind of helps to jumpstart that metabolism.
They can have organo gold coffee too.
They could have that with their breakfast.
With the breakfast.
With their breakfast.
Or tea or chocolate.
Of course, they can have that with their breakfast.
Because it has the mushroom.
Exactly. So they can have their nutrients that way.
Right.
But yes, within that first hour.
The first hour. That's so important. You're so right. And why is that? Is it because you are pumping up the metabolism by doing that within the first hour?
That's true. And talking about, let's say, people with diabetes, I mean, when you think about it, you've gone to bed and you're gone to bed for, let's say, 8 hours, hopefully.
Those lucky people.
Exactly. And so you're going long hours without eating, so again your body is in that sort of starvation mode. And oftentimes when you wake up the next morning and you go long hours again without eating, that can actually cause the liver to stimulate more blood sugar release. And for people with diabetes, their blood sugar in the morning could actually be higher if they skip that breakfast.
So interesting that you said that, because it just happened today. I have one of my patients, Carmela, she's an Italian lady that comes to see me, and she said, Dottore, in the morning I have no energy. I don't have any energy. I think I'm depressed. And I say, but you know, she's laughing and telling jokes. And I say, I don't think you are depressed. In the morning, I'm depressed. When I'm here with you, I'm not depressed. But in the morning, I say, no, Carmela, it doesn't make sense to me. So let's talk about what you normally do in the morning to see why she's so down in the morning. She does not eat. She wakes up about 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And she does not eat until 11 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, my goodness. She's running on E.
Exactly. I say, you know, do you sleep at night? She said, yeah, I sleep. So you're sleeping, then you get up and you spend all this hour at night without eating. Then you get up and you spend the whole morning without eating. What do you expect your body to be doing? You know, you are not depressed. You're right. You are just hungry. You need to eat something.
It's the same, you know, with your car. You get up in the morning. If your car is empty, you put your foot on that pedal, you're not going to go anywhere, right? It's the same with your body.
I thought it was because my car was old, but you think it could be gas?
You might need gas,
Maybe gas, okay.
Maybe.
Freddie, we better go back and check this out. It might be gas. We need to get gas. Well, it's a wonderful segment. Courtney, let's take a short break, and we're going to be right back, and we're going to be talking about organogold a little bit. So don't go away.
Times are tough, and right now those in the commercial world know that being heard via advertisements is the name of the game. AmpSquare.tv understands how important advertisement is and is proud to express that it's truly the only plugged-in internet television production company on the market. AMP2.tv live streams all their shows across all the major selling markets in the U.S. and abroad. Call them at 866-224-5422. The AmpSquare.tv library allows productions to be seen over and over again, making commercial platforms more usable. Call 866-224-5422. Toll free 866-224-5422. AMP2.tv, the first and only internet television network that's truly plugged in. 866-224-5422. That's AMP2.TV. Dr. Andy Mencia's mission is to improve your quality of life by providing both convenient and affordable health care under one roof for our patients. By providing the best health care services to our patients, Adult and Geriatric Health Center can prosper as a business, as well as to continue to meet and exceed the expectations of our staff and customers. Call us at 954-489-1345, 954-489-1345. And now, back to our show.
We are back on. Yes, welcome. And here we are. It's the same me, just we just switched jacket.
Yeah.
Right, Courtney?
Yes.
Okay. We want to remind everybody that today is World Health Day, April the 7th. So do something today if it's late, like you guys in Germany, Italy that are watching. Do something for your body tomorrow, and hopefully something that you can adapt and just make it part of your life. So World Health Day is today. Last month we spoke about the kidneys. This month just think about wellness, eating healthy, and doing the proper activities. You can chat, go to our chat room with us. You can, let me see, our Twitter is AGI Health, and our Facebook is AGI Health Center.
That's correct.
So you can tweet with us. We'll be here. We'll be, happy to talk to you about the previous segment or the segment coming on now. So let's talk a little bit about organogold on this segment. We're just going to spend a few minutes to remind the audience that organogold is based on Ganoderma lucidum, also known as the supernatural mushroom. So it's grown undisturbed on logs in the high mountains in Wuji. This is a part of China.
Okay.
Yeah, Wuji. She said, I'm going to believe you because you have those Chinese eyes. So I'm going to believe you saying that right. And it's reserved for thousands of years in ancient Chinese medicine. The Western world know very little about Ganoderma lucidum, but I will show you this is the pure Ganoderma lucidum product, and I know for our people in Europe, we just have the convention that finished yesterday in Italy, and I know that Europe is now getting the mushroom, the capsule being introduced to you at a special price. You can go to my website, www.menciacafe.com, and you can see the product there also. Let's see, we have the mycelium. Now the mycelium, they are harvested from 18-day-old Ganoderma lucidum.
18 days?
18 days old.
Wow.
Ganoderma, baby Ganoderma lucidum.
Yeah.
And from there, after 18 days, it reminds me of this drink.
AM
They
1470
take vodka
WNN.
and put it in pineapple for 21 days. And then if you do more than that, you're going to mess it up. And if you do less, you're going to mess it up. It have to be, they have
21.
over time, they had decided that it's 21 days.
It's optimal.
So listen, these people been doing this for 2,000 to 4,000 years. So if they
Yeah.
say 18 days, we
That's
have
what
to stick to
works.
that. So the mycelium, they harvest that from the 18-day-old Ganoderma lucidum. It's an excellent antioxidant, it has excellent antioxidant property, and the beta-glucans that it has, and they say that beta-glucan help with the immune function, so it's sort of a stimulant to the immune function.
Okay.
And then the spore powder, can you handle me the spore powder there?
Of course.
Sister, thank you, sister. This is Sister Courtney here. She had been already blessed by the Pope. The spore powder, Organogore patent, has a patent on the shell breaking technology for the spore powder. Now get that one, because it's a lot of people, since they see that through Organogore, Ganoderma have become so popular. So imitations start popping left and right.
Right.
So the patent on how these shirts are broken, okay, the technology is owned by this company, Organogore. And they extract the spore from the panicles of the mushroom, and the selenium. Now selenium is also very important for our immune system. Am I correct?
Right. That's correct. It is a form of an antioxidant.
Antioxidant. So when patients are taking this, and I get so many good reports with the grapeseed extract, how the patient are getting when it comes to their memory and their energy and all that stuff. And then you have the different coffee. For example, you have the Cafe Supreme. The Cafe Supreme I love it because it has ginseng. Everybody know about ginseng. And it also has the Ganoderma. And the good thing is 100% certified Ganoderma extract. So it's 100% guarantee or certification that what you are getting is a pure organic product. And then you have for those people that can afford, this is excellent beans from Jamaica called the Jamaican Blue Mountain beans. And you have this coffee that at my center as a major distributor, you can get basically any of the products of Organogore. And for you kids out there, I have one of my patients that he came with his wife,
Right.
And she say, "You losing your memory. You have to have some mushroom." I say, "But I don't drink coffee." "That's okay. You can have the tea." "I don't drink tea. I only drink chocolate." I say, "Okay, we have a chocolate for you." So that was good for him. So you have also the hot chocolate, okay? And again, you can visit our website, www.menciacafe.com. And on this segment, now that we are so excited that we are moving here on prime time, for those people that cannot watch us, they can listen to us when they are driving home. I don't want you to get into an accident, so what I want you to do, we are going to put the phone number in a little bit, Freddie. So we're going to put the phone number. I want you to put that in your phone, because when driving, I don't want you to be looking for a phone number and get into an accident. That's for the people driving home. We want you to listen to the program. It's going to be very educational, and instead of listening to ugly music that's going to give you a headache by the time you get home, you can listen to some excellent program that's going to bring you home and make you smarter than what you already are. Right?
Exactly.
Right. And so we're going to put a phone number for you so that while driving, you can tune in. Now, today we won't raffle anything because it wouldn't be fair to everybody. So we just moved the show for today, so it wouldn't be fair. There are people driving, "Oh, that's not fair. They did a raffle. They didn't say anything." And, you know, and a lot of your patients that they already know you're going to be on the show, they're probably going to be there.
Yeah.
So we're going to give you a phone number for you to have so that you can so next week we're going to have raffles, and we're going to be raffling some of the product from this. Courtney from the weight loss department is going to raffle some of the product that she has for weight loss, so that you can at least try 2-3 days a week of the product, whatever she decides she want to raffle at that moment. And as you know, in the center we have a dental department, dermatological department, aesthetic department. Guess what? We're going to be raffling even Botox. So when you get into Courtney dietary program and those wrinkles start popping up, we're going to treat it for you. We're going to do a little Botox.
Full service.
free of charge.
Yeah.
Free of charge. So stay tuned with that, so that when we come back after this segment, we're going to bring Courtney back on, so we continue to talk about her expertise on diet and exercise, the weight loss program. For the Ganoderma and the product that OrganoGold have put together, a company that is expanding into a multi-billion-dollar company. Very soon, toward the end of this month, we are going to have one of the vice president of OrganoGold visiting Florida. So if you are interested in becoming a distributor of this wonderful company, you can contact us at the office. Our phone number is 954-489-1345. We have a meeting every Wednesday 5:30, every Fridays at 5:30, and then we have a developmental meeting for the distributor that is every Saturday at 2 o'clock, and then we go into a very intense program on helping people how to develop. And I think Freddie already put part of the program we did on YouTube. I heard some of the people, "Oh, I saw you on YouTube, and you were talking about OrganoGold." I said, "Was it?" "Yes." So one of the segments is uploaded, and I think it's on Mencia.com. So you can go on Mencia.com, go on YouTube. You can Google me and go on YouTube, and you can see one of the segments and give us some feedback. We want to know if we are doing what you think will help you, especially those distributors from out of the country or out of state. Are we doing something to help you develop your business? I love the business, an excellent concept. It's very clean, and for those people that want to join my organization on the coffee, you can go to my website, www.menciacafe.com. And you can click on opportunity, open opportunity, and then click on becoming a distributor. And you can go in there, you can become a distributor. The moment you sign up, I will get an email knowing that you are part of my distribution. I want to thank all of the people in Germany for joining us. I can say Guten Nacht and Auf Wiedersehen and all our German distributors there. But I want you to keep the momentum, keep on using the product, become a product of the product. You see, I'm not dressed up in all organo gold. It's all about the product. I drink the product. I talk to people about the product, and you don't have to go crazy and start doing things that is out of your league. And I'm a physician. I work full time. I work 6 days a week as a doctor, and but I have a system that I teach my distributor. I have a system set up in the office where everybody in my office, all my staff, they benefit from selling the product, and we have the product free of charge to all the staff. They can have all the coffee, all the tea, everything they want, basically at no charge to them. And in turn, they are basically promoting and telling the patients and on the family member about what the product is all about. And for many people, it have already shown that just doing this from home can become a excellent income. People can make a good living out of this, and they're doing it from home. Especially, if you have kids or horses or thing to attend to, right?
Yeah. It's perfect.
or dogs or cats. Yeah. You can do this from home, and then you have more time for all that stuff. Right. In my case, I just have more time for myself. So I find other business to get into.
Right.
So also feel free to call today. Even though we won't have any raffle, you can call. Courtney is going to be here for the next segment. Call if you are one of her patients, you want to give some feedback on the air, feel free to do so. You can call us for the people that drive during this time for 5 to 6. Pardon the misspelling of my last name, it's with a C. But it is 888-565-1470. 888-565-1470. You can call if you have question for me. Feel free to call if you have a question for any of our guests on the show. Please feel free to call. And this is your opportunity to talk to us. Sometimes, so many times, when I'm listening to a program. When I go to Germany, my sister that lives there, she loved to listen to talk show, and so many times she will have like a question that sounds great that I can give her the answer. I say, that's a great question, you should call. You should call and ask the question. She goes, no, because you are a doctor, you can tell me. I say, well, that's true. But do you know how many people out there listening to the show has the same question and they're not listening to me? So then, I will get her motivated to call and ask her questions and what have you. So a lot of time when you have a question, regardless of how insignificant you might think that question might be, believe me, it might be very, very significant to many other people that is not able or is not willing to ask that question. And when they hear somebody on the air saying something, they say, "Oh my God, that was exactly what I was thinking. That was my question." And I guess I did motivate somebody to call. So we're gonna call you all in the air.
Hi, my name is Vanessa, and I'm a patient of Dr. Mencia, of yours, Dr.
Hello,
Mencia.
caller. You can speak. Hello.
Hi, my name is Vanessa, and I'm a patient at your office.
Oh, yes, yes.
I had purchased some of the latte coffee, which I love. I mean, not only the health benefits, but it tastes good. And I noticed that I lost a few pounds with drinking this, and it gave me nice energy, and that gave me the incentive to see the dietitian to start eating healthy, and she gave me a lot of tips and really educated me with things that I had no idea, and she gave me a lot of good recipes. So I've been doing pretty well with drinking the coffee and with being a patient of Courtney's as well. And today I have dropped 35 pounds by doing this regime.
Wow.
Wow.
That's congratulations. Bravo. Bravo.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, you know, I want to first of all congratulate you. I think that's great. And you sound like a very motivated lady. So please keep up the good work, number one. Number two, keep working with your dietitian because she become your life coach in continue to lose the weight so you can reach your desired target.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much, Doctor. I'm very pleased with your office.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Have a good
See, that
was great.
That says it all.
Yeah.
Only that says it all. To have a person that, you know, with the coffee, they are able to lose a few pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you, I have been fluctuating with the coffee between 10 pounds and
Mm-hmm.
8 pounds. Sometimes I will go up and go
Right.
back down. But I have any intention of losing weight. I basically
Right.
had continue my exercise regimen as a black belt in Taekwondo. As you well know, I eat very healthy.
Yes.
I continue to do those things, and with the products, you know, I do feel more energetic, like the caller said, and I feel that I really have lost some fat out of
Yeah.
my body. So
Yeah.
it is great.
Yeah.
It is great.
I actually had a question that came through on Facebook.
Okay.
So I just thought maybe we throw it out there and
Bring
kind of
it
talk
on,
about
bring
it.
it on.
All right. So the question was, are the Organo Gold products and the Ganoderma good for weight loss? And if so, why is that?
Okay, that's a good question, and the mechanism is quite unknown. We know that Asia had been using the product, the Ganoderma lucidum, for thousands of years, but it seems to be activating the metabolism on the patient. So it's like putting the fire on. So
Right.
the burner is moving, so you are increasing the
Calorie burn.
calorie that you are burning as you go through the day. And it is said also, not scientifically proven, but it's said also that even throughout the night that you sleep, as long as the metabolism is activated, so anything that tend to activate metabolism, you will still burn calorie throughout the night. So what I want people to know as a physician, and you probably can reiterate on this,
Right.
by buying the product, I do want you to get the product. They are excellent product. I love them. They give you a lot of energy. You will not get the acidity and all the non-side effect of coffee. You don't get that because the mushrooms sort of tend to neutralize the side effect. But this is only a beginning to weight loss. You have to then follow with the diet and exercise.
Exactly.
So once you start this and you notice that you are losing some weight and your clothes feel a little bit looser, it's time to go and see
The
people like
dietitian.
you so that they can lose some weight, and it's a product that you can get through the website and go on auto shipment. So I'm sure you have some more questions coming through. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a short break, and then we're going to dedicate the next segment back to our dietitian so we can continue to help you with weight loss.
All right.
Now, those in the commercial world know that being heard via advertisements is the name of the game. AmpSquare.tv understands how important advertisement is and is proud to express that it's truly the only plugged-in internet television production company on the market. AMP2.tv live streams all their shows across all the major selling markets in the U.S. and abroad. Call them at 866-224-5422. The AmpSquare.tv library allows productions to be seen over and over again, making commercial platforms more usable. Call 866-224-5422. Toll free 866-224-5422. AMP2.tv, the first and only internet television network that's truly plugged in. 866-224-5422. AMP22. That's AMP, the number 2.TV. Dr. Andy Mencia's mission is to improve your quality of life by providing both convenient and affordable health care under one roof for our patients. By providing the best health care services to our patients, Adult and Geriatric Health Center can prosper as a business as well as to continue to meet and exceed the expectations of our staff and customers. Call us at 954-489-1345, 954-489-1345. And now, back to our show.
AGI Herb Center. Well, we are back. Here we are. A little cup of coffee. Courtney,
Yes.
welcome back.
Oh, thank you. So good.
It's so good. It's so good. We have to keep just the water burning there. Keep the hot water, and we can stay here for 2 or 3 hours. We can do a marathon with this coffee.
Of course.
I don't think we're going to get tired.
No.
Okay, so Courtney, let's talk on this segment. Let's talk a little bit about you. You know, to get where you are as a dietitian. What are the training? What is it? You know, what got you where you are?
That's a
number
good question.
one. And then I want to know, to educate the audience, because we heard from that caller. That's amazing. You know, a person
Yeah.
to lose 35 pounds.
Right.
What is the difference between a dietitian and nutritionist? So let's talk
Yeah.
about you first. Let's
Good
talk about
question.
Courtney.
Okay, all about Courtney.
All about Courtney. That's going to be the show.
So basically, to become what I am, I'm a registered dietitian, and then I'm also a licensed dietitian and nutritionist. So in order to become a registered dietitian, what you have to do is you need at least a bachelor's degree in dietetics and nutrition. And from there, you go on to do an internship, which can be about 1,200 hours, and that's where you're actually in the community or having your clinical rotations, basically in the field.
So that's a hands-on
Training,
Okay.
yes. And then once you finish that and pass that internship, you then sit a registration exam. If you pass that registration exam, that's when you become a registered dietitian. And then certain states require licensure, Florida being one of them, which is why I have my licensure as a dietitian and nutritionist. So it's not required to practice, it just depends on what state you're practicing in.
Now, I know a lot of exercise center and bodybuilding center and what have you. They have nutritionists. What's the difference between a dietitian and a nutritionist?
Good. That's a great question. The difference between a dietitian and a nutritionist is whether or not they're registered. So a registered dietitian, like myself, we can also go by the term nutritionist. But if you are a nutritionist, anybody can call themselves that.
Okay.
So you could take a 12-hour course in nutrition and call yourself a nutritionist.
Okay.
Right. So there's no sort of registration or board that is kind of looking over that term.
So
Yeah.
I don't know, it makes sense to me that if I need to work with somebody to be my coach, to basically try to work at least with a center that have the dietitians. They might have nutritionists also, but you want a dietitian to supersede the day-to-day operation.
Definitely.
Have you ever worked in hospital and those kind of setting?
Yes, I've worked in hospitals, diabetes centers, and again, in order to especially work in a hospital setting, you have to be a registered dietitian. A nutritionist, they can't work anywhere, obviously, because they don't have that registration. And I actually read a statistic, I think last week, where about 50% of registered dietitians actually have advanced degrees, so masters or PhDs. So we are essentially the nutrition experts. You know,
Okay.
we've studied it for years, and you know, we know the different disease states and how it relates to nutrition and so on.
You and I were reviewing this article recently about the mushroom Ganoderma, and there was a segment that they talk about diabetes, obesity. What is what is this condition?
It's diabesity that they call.
Diabesity.
Diabesity, yeah.
Diabesity.
So basically, with type 2 diabetes, that's directly linked to the amount of fat mass or fat stores that you have on the body, so directly linked to obesity. So basically what we're finding is that a lot of people who are obese are definitely at risk for type 2. So it generally goes hand in hand, that obesity and that type 2 diabetes. And one thing that the research was actually showing on the Ganoderma and diabesity is that it actually, the Ganoderma itself, or the reishi extracts, help to slow down those adipocytes, or those fat cells, from growing. Exactly. Right. So that's how the Ganoderma can actually help with weight loss or fat loss, which is great.
Excellent, excellent. And we know, I mean, it's a known fact that any diabetic patient that lose weight and the BMI start dropping, that the diabetes is going to be much better controlled.
Yeah.
And even those patients have to be careful, because if they start losing weight, if they are serious about losing weight and keeping their weight down, they might need to come out from some medication.
That's true. That's very true.
So you need, I guess, in your case, and you need to work very closely with your physician, so that your physician can start monitoring the medication as you are monitoring the weight.
Exactly. And not only with the blood sugars, but blood pressure is directly correlated with the amount of fat mass that you have. And I'm sure you've seen, Dr. Mencia, but I've seen so many people who, as they start to lose weight, their blood pressure, it just comes down.
Adjusting, absolutely. Yep. And I try to be, I try no, I'm very non-judgmental with my patient. I don't care if they smoke, if they are obese, if they don't want to follow a diet.
Right.
I wait for them to be ready.
Exactly.
Because I tell them, I say, it's going to be a team. I'm your doctor, but I'm also your coach. And a coach cannot be training people when they're sleeping.
Right.
You have to be up and ready to go. So I'm always waiting for my patient to be ready. You need that motivation. I'm always there ready to motivate and get them moving, so they can start losing weight and following a good diet. And like you said, then start monitoring the blood pressure medication. And I'm so happy. Some people are happy when they write a prescription and control the blood pressure. I am happy when I get rid of a drug and control the blood pressure.
Definitely.
That
That's
makes
a
me
good doctor.
that makes me so happy. When I'm able to do that. And what is the correlation? Because we're talking about people coming to you to lose weight because they are obese. What is the correlation between obesity and sleep apnea?
Okay, so sleep apnea, basically, while you're asleep, you basically stop breathing or have difficulty breathing. So what happens is, when you are obese,
so you say stop breathing, so that means that
there's no
the
oxygen.
organ most important with oxygen, the brain,
exactly,
during that period of time is not getting oxygenated.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's try to explain this to the audience, because this is so important. So imagine that a person is laying down in bed and somebody young, handsome and strong like me come and lay down on top of you and wrap my hand around the neck and choke the neck so the person cannot breathe. Basically, this is happening to that person without anybody forcing you to do that.
And while they're asleep,
while
and
they
they
asleep.
don't know.
They don't even know this is going on.
Yeah. So that's sleep apnea, and it's very serious, obviously, because if you're not getting
I'm
oxygen,
not on top of them, choking them on the
too.
neck.
Of course.
They become serious. They don't see the real problem.
Right.
Yeah.
And as we know, oxygen, that's what helps to stimulate the brain. That's what helps us to function and keeps us going. We need that oxygen. So if you're not getting that oxygen, how is the body to function?
Right.
But the reason that the obesity is linked to the sleep apnea is, when we are obese, you carry excess fat, and that's around the organs especially, and all that added fat will obviously put some constraint on the different organs that are helping us to breathe.
like the lungs.
Lungs,
like
exactly.
The lungs. Yeah, because the lungs, they are like an accordion. So if a person is very obese, that makes sense. I mean, you don't have to be a doctor or a dietitian for this. This is simple. So your lungs are on your chest, and it moves like an accordion. The diaphragm moves up and down like an accordion. It doesn't go up here, but this portion down here, the diaphragm goes. When it goes down, what it's doing is expanding your lungs so the air can come in, and then you can inhale this air, and then it goes into your heart, and then your heart will send the oxygenated blood all over your body. So a person with sleep apnea will stop breathing, the lung will stop moving, so there's no oxygen coming in. But the other worst part, maybe the other part of the formula is that carbon dioxide is getting built up.
Yeah.
Carbon dioxide is building up while oxygen is not getting there.
Exactly.
And that, I guess, explains why a person that has sleep apnea wake up so tired.
Right.
Because when you have carbon dioxide, you build up lactic acid in the muscle. So the muscle wake up as if you have just run 15 miles.
Right.
In kilometer, how many kilometers are we running? So we can
15
translate
miles.
for Europe. So imagine 20-kilometer run.
Yeah.
Or 15-mile run, whatever distance you want to consider that will really get you tired. While you're sleeping, your muscle physiologically feel like they have run a marathon. And it's very painful. So you wake up with this muscle aches and pain, and it's because you are not basically moving oxygen and carbon dioxide because of the sleep apnea. So it makes so much sense to see somebody like you, because then I don't have to take medication for diabetes.
Right.
I don't have to take antihypertensive. I don't have to put on a machine at night.
CPAP, yeah.
The sleep apnea machine, the sleep, the what you call it,
CPAP.
The CPAP machine. I don't have to put that on. That is very uncomfortable. And a lot of patients, after they go to all the remove mago and all the testing and everything, then they come and they put that thing on, and you have to put it really tight. And people cannot tolerate that, and they take it off. There's full compliance.
Right.
Yeah, very little compliance with the machine. People don't want to use that. And hopefully, you know, one of the programs we get to bring the dental department, because one of the things that we are doing now, this is a bandage to the problem. The real solution is calling here, your dietitian. That's where the root of the problem is. Now, for those people that have sleep apnea and you don't want to wear the mask, in the dental department, we are doing a mouthpiece. You know, we're doing this mouthpiece, and it's covered by insurance.
Okay.
And what the person does, they put on this. What they do, they put on this mouthpiece, and it opens the jaw, so that the jaw, when they are sleeping, it doesn't close on them. It prevents the closure of the breathing pipe on the neck.
Wow.
And that way, the person can sleep, and there's still oxygen going down.
Right.
Because the closure is not on the lung; it's basically right here on your neck that collapses on the patient,
Right.
and they cannot breathe. So one of the things that we are doing in the dental department is those mouthpieces to help the patient with sleep apnea, and we're getting excellent results with that. So I guess when the patient are working with you on the weight loss program, they can also benefit from having the mouthpiece and having
Definitely.
The blood pressure control as they are going through the program. Once they start the program, is there any cost to them, or this is covered through the insurance? How are we working this at the center?
Good question. So the program is covered by most insurance, Medicare, as well as most private insurance. If you are unsure, you can always call our office. So the number is 954-489-1345, and we can then verify your coverage. If not, the program itself, if you were to just pay out of pocket, is approximately $500.
But they can go through their insurance.
But they can go through their
and
insurance.
you have a billing department that will do all the legwork for you and your patient. So they, you know, there's no.
It's easy.
It's very simple. All you have to call if you have a question. There's no excuse.
Yeah.
If you have a question about the insurance, you call the office. You can ask for Courtney Minors, and she can direct you or find an answer to your question, so that we know how to help you lose the weight without the treatment coming out of your pocket. Excellent, excellent, very good.
Good.
I think we have a few minutes left. So beside the the weight loss program, what other thing are you doing at the center?
Well, good question. Well, at the center, I'm not only doing group work, but I work with individuals, and not only people who want to lose weight. There are so many other different diseases and conditions that are affected by nutrition. For example, I have patients who need to gain weight, right? And especially with older adults, that can be one of the problems with polypharmacy, or patients who are on many different medications that can affect their appetite. Also, people with different disease states, for example, cancer, that has effects on, you know, metabolism as well as appetite. So those are things that I'm doing as well.
What about a person that is just basically very tired? They go to the doctor, they get all the blood tests done, and they are taking a bunch of medication. Is that a person that needs to see the dietitian even if they are not overweight?
Of course, anybody can benefit from nutrition education.
Wow, this has been a great program.
Yeah.
I am, this excellent program. I'm so happy you came back again, and I'm
Thank you.
sure we're going to have you again and again.
I hope so.
For the audience, remember, it's going to be now Mondays at 5 o'clock. God bless you. Have a wonderful week.
You have been listening to The Wonderful World of Wellness with Dr. Andy Mencia, who is a 2-year fellowship-trained geriatrician and owns a large, multi-specialty geriatric center in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. He believes in caring for the elderly in the most compassionate way, and to that end, he created the center with them in mind. Join Dr. Mencia every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. on the WWNN 1470 radio TV network and on his website at www.wonderfulworldofwellness.net to ask any questions on the many topics he covers. The opinion